Okay, you got us live. This is Wednesday. Homebuyer Seminar. I'm Bill Gross at Bill Gross Probate on social media. And we do this every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock sometimes. Today we're going to do it at 5 o'clock, along with my colleague and good friend.
Patricia Castillo.
She's that way. And our good friend.
Oh, your mic's.
He's got the fastest mic in the world, but you can't hear him. Can't hear you. Well, I mean, very, very muffled.
Let me see. Hold
There
on.
you go. There you go. I think what you need to do is while you have the microphone, you need to hold it and do a disco dance while you have it going. You get the
Yeah,
disco
you
light
can
on
do
the.
this.
Yeah,
I'll keep it here. I'll keep it here. That's fine.
very nice. Okay, and your name again is
Shannon the lender.
Shannon Dahlender.
First,
Should be
middle,
DA.
and last name.
Should be Dahlender. And we get together and talk about buying houses because really, that's our business, and that is a ticket to wealth and income for us as well as our clients. And here we are. So, how about the market? I don't know about you, Patricia. I'm busy. Like I represent a buyer. We bought a property this week in probate court. I
Nice.
am chasing down, yeah. So I represent a buyer, which I don't do that often, as you know, but it's a very sophisticated investor. And I'm still chasing a couple listings and got a check on a closing. And so I got like one. How about you? I know you're busy. Tell us about your new listing, Patricia.
I'm busy.
By the way, that's my standard segue now to you is, well, tell us about your new listing.
Every week.
Well, it's a beautiful home in Reseda. It's a 2-story, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath. There's one bedroom downstairs, and it has a nice big lot, almost 8,000 square feet. Really low maintenance yard. It's got turf all the way around, newly installed artificial grass. So it's a really great home for, maybe one family, maybe 2 smaller families, but it's right in the heart of Reseda, close to Northridge. And had an open house this weekend. It was, kind of busy. On Saturday, it was a little slower. Sunday, it picked up. Seems like Sundays are better days to do open houses in the valley for some reason.
Yes.
And just a lot of, curiosity, neighbors coming by, asking questions, asking how the market's doing, and if rates are coming down anytime soon. But, the good thing is that they probably will later on this year. So it was really good conversation. And I have a couple of escrows open right now for the other listing I had just flew off the shelf. I mean, it was, I think I had almost 20 offers on that Southgate listing, and we're well over the asking price. So I can't disclose where we're at right now, but I can say well over. And it's also the market. Southgate is very hot right now. A lot of the values there, are going up, and it's a sweet spot for first time home buyers because the homes there are like 2 to 3 bedrooms, and they have a good sized lot as well. So if you're looking for a home in Southgate, you can find one under probably 600,000, and that's usually where first time buyers are at. Um, so yeah, I mean it's a great time right now to buy and sell, especially with we're waiting for the jobs report to come out, and if it shows like the labor market's a little weaker this week, then that would definitely influence the Feds to drop rates, maybe one or twice or 2 times before the end of the year.
So, but we're not waiting as in sitting around waiting. We are anxiously watching the results while
Yes,
doing our job, right?
of course. Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah,
I
just be
have a
careful of the
couple.
language because sometimes we hear we're waiting and say, well, I shouldn't buy or shouldn't look. It's like, no, no, this is a good time since we expect things seem to be moving in the direction of rates going down a little bit. We'll talk about that in just a second. Great time to get into the market. You don't have to pay the mortgage until you close the escrow, but you shouldn't let that
That's right.
hold you up from buying a property, at least getting started.
That's right. Yeah, especially first time buyer, Shannon can tell us about that. There's first time buyer programs right now that can help you get into a home. And I picked up a few new clients that are looking to buy their first home as well. So open houses are really great for that because you meet a lot of new buyers that are coming into the market and need some hand holding, have a lot of questions. So I have a lot of face to face meetings with buyers that I'm meeting for the first time, get to give them a buyer consult at the open house. So I really love working open houses.
And they love you.
Yes, they do. I'm able to provide a lot of information to clients that are really, looking for that just education and meeting face to face, you know, gives them that comfort of not talking to somebody just online. They don't know who the heck they're talking to, but actually meeting a person face to face is very comforting for a lot of first time buyers.
So if I see people watching on YouTube, Facebook. If you're watching and have questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat box. We'll try to answer them live. Shan, we talked about waiting for rates or expecting rates to change or whatever. Where do you see interest rates? I know that we can look at right now and see that rates continue to be in the same kind of range they've been, pretty much all year long, maybe at the lower end of that spectrum. What do you kind of give us a forecast? Where are the interest rates headed, or what do you see going on?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've seen rates dip just a little bit, as you can see here. Not much, but a little bit. Also, obviously, the feds are saying, hey, we're probably going to have one rate cut in September. That, everyone's kind of forecasting that. So, again, everyone's anticipating that. It's not to say to not to wait until September, because that's when probably, things are going to be in a frenzy, and we'll see how next year comes. I mean, next year is looking very promising. And if you are a buyer, this is the time to get in, because I think the competition is going to be the least. It's going to be, the least amount of competition you're going to see, I think, before the rate cuts happen. So just, again, try to get in as quickly as you can, because rates are stable right now. They're overall, they dipped a little bit in the last week, but overall, I think me personally, they're going to continue to be stable until September. So again, we're not going to see too much volatility as we did, the later half of last year and the beginning half of this year. I think, pretty much that rate shock is over, and we're just waiting for the Feds to release those numbers and hopefully give us at least one rate cut this year.
Okay, so there you go. You heard it from
Shannon
the lender. That
Next week,
rates
I will
are going to be
change
cut
the
this
name,
year.
right?
You can guarantee that. If you apply with him, he's going to guarantee you the rates are going to drop. When are they going to drop by again? What's your guarantee on that?
I mean, no guarantees, no guarantees. Not even the feds are guaranteeing. Not
Okay.
even the feds are guaranteeing that. They said that this is their forecast, this is their outlook, this is what they're anticipating. If the feds can't give a guarantee, I for sure am not in a position to give a guarantee. So, yeah, because
Okay.
again, remember they anticipated earlier in the year that we'd get 2 to 3 cuts that were already supposed to happen by now. And
right?
so everyone that's watching, that's how much you put weight into what they're doing, right? Because I don't even think they know what they're going to do until these numbers come out.
Whoa. Are you saying that the federal government promised something and it didn't happen? What? Are you saying they promised something and it didn't actually come through? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. They said they changed their mind. They said, "Oops, sorry,
Sorry,
we're
not
just-"
sorry.
Exactly. So again, guys, even if and for my highly educated buyers out there, which I know all you are, watching you're reading Wall Street Journal, looking at these news reports and articles and seeing these forecasts, again, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because if you look at articles in the beginning of the year, they were all pumped up about a rate cut starting June or July and anticipating, around 3. And look where that got us now. So if everyone who was waiting for that rate cut to happen, look what happened. So again, I always say operate in the time that we're in now. No one has a crystal ball. Not even the federal government has a crystal ball. So you gotta, again, base your decision off of today's rates, today's climate, and just get in as soon as you can. We all know that real estate is an appreciating asset. Over time, it's majority of the time it's going to appreciate. It's one of the most stable assets out there. So you can't go wrong with it.
Just to correct you, because you said nobody has a crystal ball. I actually have a crystal ball. It's right here.
Where?
Let's see, get out of the way.
Oh, I see it. I see it. That is hilarious.
Yeah, so I have
That
there
is
it is, right there.
hilarious.
It doesn't work,
In next
but I have a
week's
crystal ball.
segment,
I ask all the time.
we're going to ask it what the rates are going to be in September.
I've done it and nothing. It doesn't do anything.
No, okay. All
Now
right.
maybe you have to be like satanic for it to work, and hopefully I'm not that. But no, it doesn't. I've asked rates. I've asked about sales. I've asked about all kinds of questions. Will I play for the Lakers? No, it laughed at me when I asked that question. But no, it's doesn't work. So the crystal ball ain't going to work. But I think more to your point, on one hand, I hear a lot of people watching the Feds and the market and the election. I'll never forget 2008 when Barack Obama was running for president. And there's no real politics. This has been true every time. But I think that election had more people's attention than most in my life. That every time I called, in those days I was cold calling sellers for listings. And so many sellers said, well, I'm going to wait until see the nomination. I'm going to wait to see the nomination. Then he was nominated. Well, now I want to wait to the election because everything's going to change. And then I remember looking forward to the day after the election. I was excited. Barack Obama. One, I wasn't really politically but more business-wise. All these people, I had a list of all the people saying, after the election, I'm ready to sell my house. I called them all, and everyone said, well, I want to wait till after till he's inaugurated, which was in January. So I'm diligently keeping this list. And then in January, I'm calling them all back and say, well, really, he just got in, so it's going to take time. And the truth is, it could be years. So I think the answer is, when people say they're waiting, usually they're not really waiting. When we say we're thinking about something, we're not really thinking about it. Really, let's make a plan. If you want to buy a house, you want to buy an investment property, let's get a plan to get into action on it. But to say you're thinking about it or going to get to it, probably is not going to happen.
Yeah, and I do want to say something too that I came up with this week, that I came across this week, which is people, 55 plus, who are getting into home ownership, and it's never too late. And the question is, can I use my pension? Can I use Social Security? Can I use my retirement as income when I'm buying a house? And the answer is yes. And it's never too late. So, there's communities out there and homes out there that are just dedicated to 55 plus communities. So if you are one of those people, it's not too late for you guys, and you can use those other alternative sources of income to qualify for a house. You don't necessarily need to have a job. You just have to prove that you're going to get this income for at least the next 3 years. And, you could use that to qualify.
Are you saying I'm over 55?
No.
Old? Are you calling me old?
I'm just saying, for any of those out there, I'm not pointing at you. I'm just.
Patricia, is he calling me old? I think he's calling me old.
I don't think so, Bill. I don't think Shannon the lender would call you old.
No, I would never. I would never. You look too young for that.
Thank you. So for the record, I'm 10 years older than that standard. So anyhow, okay. So let's kind of bring it here to a fine point here. Patricia, what's happening this weekend? You got open houses going on. You got properties to sell. What's going on?
Yes, I had a duplex I had to put on hold because we had a tenant issue, and now the tenant's vacating. So I have a duplex that's coming back onto the market that I'm excited to announce, and that's located in Lawndale, so South Bay, near the South Bay Galleria. Really nice location, bordering Torrance and Redondo Beach. And that it will be listed at $915,000. There's 2 individual structures, 2-bedroom, 1-bath each. That's at 4534 West 167th Street in Lawndale. The cross street is Hawthorne Boulevard. And the other listing that we'll be hosting an open house on as well is in Reseda, 18925 Saticoy Street in Reseda. That's a 2-story turnkey remodeled 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. So
you're like all over LA County.
That's why my email says Patricia Castillo sells LA.
Whew. You mean LA County, not LA
County,
City.
not LA. Sells LA County.
Yeah,
that's right.
Make sure we're
but that
clear
would be
on
too long. It's already long. That would be too long.
Okay, so if you want to see the properties or go to the open houses and meet up with you, the best way to get in touch with you is?
Yes, absolutely. Call me on my cell at 323-365-9909.
Shannon DeLender, if someone would get a hold of you for pre-qualification, if they were old or if they're not old, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, best way to get in touch with me is my number 661-317-8484 or my Instagram at FUND with Shannon.
Fund with Shannon. Not fun. That's his OnlyFans page. Fund with Shannon is the best.
Subscribe for $2.99.
Look, I didn't even know you subscribe OnlyFans. I just thought it was a funny joke. So, and then with every home loan, when a closed deal, Shannon will give you one of those free disco microphones, so you can be on Zoom calls and impress your friends and family as well.
It's on record. It's live, so I can't take it back now.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, and I'm Bill Gross, at Bill Gross on social media. Thank you, everybody. We do this every Wednesday, usually 5 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock. Reach out if we can help you in any way. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
Thank you. Bye bye.